Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chandrika and this is Rika Life. Okay, so I have spent some time between yesterday and today actually going through my yarn stash. As I was explaining before, these bins were meant to hold my finished projects, not so much holding the yarn. So I don't know if you can see here, but I actually have um, organized these two bins that are here. So the top bin was the one I was trying to use my yarn from before I go use yarn in my yarn closet. So everything that was in there I have put into this gray tote. This is one that I bought at Hobby Lobby during the clearance sale. I guess it was marked down. So I bought one of them. I should have bought like more. But anyways, if they ever have a sale on that again, I should definitely buy that. So I have put about 10 to 15 balls of yarn in here. What was in here before was actually Caron Simply Soft, all Caron Simply Soft. Approximately 20 plus balls of yarn were in here. I took those and put them in my yarn closet. Now I can see what colors I have. And then basically I emptied this one bin, and now I had two shelves in my yarn closet which were filled with finished projects. So I took those and I folded them and I've put them now in my bin. So they are here. So I cleared up space of two shelves. In one of them I put the Caron Simply Soft. And the other one, in the second tote on the bottom here, I had some cotton yarn. I had sugar wheel cotton from Hobby Lobby. So I had it in the color blue and pink. So I put those in one of my shelves. And then also in that bin at the bottom, I had bulky weight yarn. Some Bernat Softy Chunky, and then some Milland yarn. I put those in that shelf as well. So I need to share that picture with you as well of my yarn closet because it's been so long since I've shared what that looks like. But it is filled to the brim now. Like you can see all the yarn. So I'm really happy that now this bin at the bottom just literally has, it generally basically just has some cotton yarn and one acrylic cotton mix yarn. This bin, the first bin there, kind of now has some miscellaneous things, some more thread-like yarn, and just some things that are like miscellaneous. So I'm fine with that. It just feels really good to like organize, and then you can see my new pillows are here. One of my blanket projects is here, and oh, my yarn closet is just like so fun to look at now. So I'm just enjoying opening it and staring at it. And I have made the promise to use 50 balls of yarn before I buy any more yarn. And I have made the promise to use up all of this yarn before I go into my yarn closet. So that's two challenges I'm working on. I'm very active in the community tab here. So if you click on my channel and you go over to the community tab, you will see posts there, and I post there almost daily. I share my whips, I share my finished projects, I ask questions, polls. I'm asking you what kind of yarns I should be using. So there's lots happening over there. So definitely check that out. Hopefully that will come up in your feed on YouTube. If not, check that out. As well, below the every video is a description box. And that includes a link to my tutorials. That includes a link to my written patterns, my Shopify store, my Facebook and Instagram. I'm planning to open up an Etsy store soon, so I am trying to plan that for August. So I just need to kind of get that up and going and then start listing things on there. But likely it won't go live until August, until, school is back in session and I can kind of manage things better. Right now it's just craziness with the summer and just managing the kids and, all the fun that should be part of summer. So today I want to share with you two finished objects. They are both shawls and they are both the exact same pattern. I often spend time on social media looking at other people's projects just to get inspiration. And I am part of Bagoday Crochets. She has a Facebook group. And I think in there someone posted this. So this shawl is called the Annabelle shawl. And I have just fallen in love with it. It is such a simple pattern and it's just a repeat, and um, I love how it came out. So I have two of them made. So the first one I'm going to share with you is this one right here. Hopefully that color is coming out nicely. So this has, this is Hirschner's Sweet Swirls yarn, and this is in the colorway Pink Pop. So it has like light pink, peach, and then almost like a maroon color. And this one is actually a really good size. So I think I used, so I made a hat out of this yarn, and then I think I used the remaining ball for this. I think I still have one more complete ball of this yarn, if I'm not mistaken. But this made a really good size shawl. Very comfy, very soft, very, very fun to work up. So this pattern just has 5 rounds of double crochet clusters followed by 3 rounds of double crochets. And that's it. And it just keeps repeating as large as you want your shawl to be. This is very cozy. I think I need to make one for myself. This yarn was a joy to work with. I have made 2 hats out of it. The Fresh Air hat, which is a tutorial on my page, on my channel, is made out of this yarn. So I made one out of this one, Pink Pop, and the other one I made out of the blue colorway, which is called Fresh Air. That's where I got the name from. So that is the first Annabelle shawl that I made. Okay. And the second one I made is with Line Brand Mandala Sparkle in the color Draco. And this is what this one looks like. This one is gorgeous. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. These colors, I have had this yarn for more than 6 months. I have been eyeing it. I bought this in Draco. I bought 2 Draco and I bought 2 in Nifflers, I think. And they're both Mandala Sparkle. So let me see if I can bring it close. I'm not sure if you can kind of see the sparkle there on the purple. And it has that sparkle all throughout. It is so beautiful. Of course, this is not as big as this first one that I just showed you, but I think it's still okay. It is a mix of acrylic and metallic fiber, so it's not as soft as this one, but I think it's still really nice, and the sparkle just gives off a really, really nice effect. So this was my, I think I've used Mandala Sparkle before, so this is my 3rd or 4th time using it. It's very much like the regular Mandala yarn in terms of the feel of it. I feel like it's a little bit thicker than regular Mandala yarn. And because it has a sparkle, that kind of, I feel, gave a little bit of thickness to it. So I really enjoyed making this. And again, the same pattern. So it starts off with 5 rows of the granny stitch, the granny clusters, and then it goes into 3 rounds of just double crochets, and then that repeats. And you can go as big or as small as you want. This can, of course, be worn in any way. You know, if you want to just wear it like a triangle shawl, triangle scarf, you can do that. You know, if you just want to like wrap it around, wear it as a regular shawl, you can do that as well. The options are endless. So I have made these 2, and I'm actually making, I had 2 balls of this yarn. I'm making the second shawl already because I was just so excited by this. So the second shawl looks very much like this one, and I'm still working on that, but I don't know if I'll be sharing that anytime soon because it literally will look almost exactly the same as this, but it's just so pretty. It's so pretty. I love these colors. So, sorry, I'm just getting thirsty with all the talking. So yes, this is one of my new favorite shawls. The other thing I realized is that if you don't want to do the double crochet, the solid double crochet rounds, you could just continue doing the granny stitch, and this just becomes a granny stitch shawl. And of course you can go as big or as small as you want. So let me just see if I can hold these up together, because one of them is definitely larger than the other. Where's the center? Okay. But I just want to see, because I have made this twice now. I mean, for the second time I'm making it. I just want to see what is the size difference. So, oh, it's not that bad. It's actually not that much bigger. But I think the bigger, I don't know, it's kind of hard to know, because everyone's size is different. So, and everyone wraps themselves in a different way, and will kind of use this shawl in a different way. So, I don't know. I guess for me, like, I really like this size. This feels very cozy and comfy to me. And my main thing is I just want to wrap my shoulders and maybe a little bit of, not even up to my elbow, but I just want to wrap a little bit of my arms up here. So I think in that regard, both of these shawls work out very nice. The reason why I needed to make this video right now is because I'm actually going to be like basically donating these shawls. So I will be giving them to cancer patients. So this one, see, that works out perfectly too. It's covering me right up to here. That's where I want it to be covered until. It's so pretty. Again, I should be a shawl model. I'm always modeling my shawls. I feel like shawls are my new fun thing to make, and especially in these warmer months, shawls are just like such a joy to make. I do have some of the bulky number 5 yarns, which I usually would make into hats, but I don't know, I feel like now in the warmer months, like, does anyone want a very bulky hat? I'm not really sure. So I'm kind of just holding on to that bulky yarn. It was really nice. In one of my earlier videos, I shared a chunky blanket that I was able to finish. And I was able to use some of those mill ends bulky yarn to do the border of that. So it's kind of nice to have those colors. So I have 2 shades of purple, 1 shade of a very light blue. Then I have 2 shades of gray. So I have a very light gray and then like almost like a charcoal gray. Those are not bad colors to have. I feel like I can use those at some point, and I can use them either as a border or something like that. The other idea was kind of just to make up squares, or to just do like a continuous, like a large granny square. But I feel like that blanket could get very heavy. So, excuse me. So, yeah, I'm not really sure. But yeah, you will be seeing more of this Annabelle shawl. I will definitely be making more. I just love it. It's so fast. What I did is I watched the video and worked on it as Crystal explained it. And then what I did is I then stopped, rewinded the video, and then wrote down the instructions. So I just wrote down the repeats, and I just saved that on my phone. And then as I was doing it, I just referred to that. I ended up memorizing it. It's such an easy pattern, so I ended up memorizing it. I actually did make a mistake, not on the one I showed you, but on the one I'm working on right now. Is that as I was going along one side, I was doing the solid double crochets. I got to the corner in the middle, and when I turned, I started doing the granny stitch clusters. I didn't realize that until I was almost done that row. So the next row, I was like, hey, let's just leave it. It's a mistake. It's okay. And I just continued on with the solid double crochets. And I think it'll look fine. I mean, there's no crochet police. We always feel like our mistakes are like the end of the world and like, oh my God, we need to frog this. But I was like, nope, I spent time on this. I'm not frogging this. So that just reminds me of when we were organizing my things. My daughter was helping me, And anything she saw where I had kind of started a project, she was like, "Oh, can we frog this?" And I was like, "Okay." And she's like, "I just love frogging things." And in my mind, I was like, "You probably don't realize how much time has gone into like making these things." But her favorite thing to do is just frog things, just like pull out the yarn and I'm winding the yarn back on the ball. It was so funny. She was just enjoying that so much. So anyhow, if you have any favorite shawl patterns, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know. I'm so happy that I came across this shawl by Crystal. I did try one of her other shawl patterns last week. Now I can't remember the name, but it started and I did a couple of rows and I just didn't like the shape. So I just frogged it back, and that's totally okay. Just because we love a designer doesn't mean we'll love every single one of their designs. And I think that's perfectly fine. And that goes for me as well. You might love one of my designs and not love another design. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. It's all just personal choice. So there's no need to continue a pattern if you're not enjoying it. I always feel like it's a very personal choice as to what we want to work on, and we are putting our time and energy into this. So we should be making things that bring us joy, that make us happy. So that is my wish for all of you. And, crochet should be something that brings you happiness, something that relaxes you, something that's therapeutic, and you're just making beautiful things. So I think it should be so enjoyable. Anyhow, on that note, I will end today's video. I want to thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I hope you have a wonderful crochetful day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.